Hey everybody, how's it going? It is dunbarsnackbar. It's time for some more MLB The Show 20 gameplay and our road to the show with Roberto De La Rosa. I gotta come up with something cooler, it seems like, every time. But before I started off this episode, I wanted to give a big thanks to Charlie, who is now the first Patreon subscriber. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I'm really hoping to be able to get this to build up and stuff, because there's so many things that I want to do, but I just need like an editor and stuff like that to be able to help me out with creating this type of stuff, and Patreon's going to be huge. So thanks, Charlie, for starting it off. You guys can check that out in the description below, where the Patreon is if you want to start supporting me now. I'm going to start unlocking some rewards and stuff like that too, now that I know that there is some interest there. Let's start getting that built up. I want to do things like you guys request games and stuff like that. I think that'll be really, really cool just to kind of keep this engaged. You guys have known since I've started posting MLB videos again that I want to be as engaging with you guys as possible. That's why in the last video of Roberto De La Rosa, I was basically saying that if you guys have a question for me, pop it in here and I will do my best to try and answer them during any episode, really. If there's something cool that comes up, I definitely want to be approachable with you guys. And at the same time, too, one of the things that I was working on tonight, and this is the reason why I didn't post yesterday, and there may be just one or two episodes today, is I was trying to work on a face cam, like just taking a look at how some other people have done some of their videos. You know, they'll put their face on there so you guys can see their reactions and stuff like that. I don't have a great setup for it. Like, I don't care anymore really about revealing my face. I used to have a big thing with my social anxiety and stuff like that in the past, but the other YouTube channel that I do, or one of the other ones that I do, because yes, there's more than another one. You know, I don't mind showing my face on that, and so I kind of overcame it, and I'm actually trying to institute something in there, but trying to translate it over here with the kind of quality that you guys would want to see. One, I don't think it necessarily does it justice, but at the same time too, I feel like that it's somewhat distracting from the overall gameplay. As like you guys are watching it, I want you to be focused on what this video is and everything. So, you know, just going through and watching, you know, the first episode that I made, which was this one originally with a face cam, and I was doing the commentary over it. I was like, I don't know, everybody's just gonna look down there in the corner the whole time, and it's not gonna be cool. And you know, I don't have like a studio type setup. I think that's something that I'll probably put as a Patreon goal is, you know, getting some kind of studio type of equipment, some lights, a green screen, stuff like that. I think that would make it better than what I've got right now, because it's just a webcam on my computer. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I got a good webcam, but you know, I'm doing this in my home office and stuff, which is really a general rec room for the family, so I shouldn't even really call it an office. I mean, my son's computer is in here, his drums are in here, my guitars are hanging up, I have like all my books, so it's just like a general go hang out room basically. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. I'll make sure that I get things up here for the next few days and everything too, because as I've gone through and played, I'm way ahead actually in both of the road to the shows than what you see right here, and that's why I'm kind of curious if you guys just want me to skip ahead on some of this. But it's up to you. I mean, I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. Never mind. But let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, because, again, that's what you guys are here for. So here we are in the third inning, top of the third. We give up a hit right here. It is 1-0. At least our team has got that one run. So seeing how things have gone in previous episodes, I really haven't allowed that many runs, if any, up until this point. No, I think I have allowed some runs. I just can't remember how much, because I was focused more on the commentary. And I was actually looking at the camera rather than looking at the screen and taking a look at what his ERA was and stuff. But I'm pretty sure I have allowed some runs. But overall, it's just been a ridiculously good run for Roberto De La Rosa. See, that's already getting easier. I have not gotten a loss yet, which is awesome. It's those types of statistics, and also, you know, the strikeouts that I'm running up and stuff. It's really going to do a lot to be able to get me to the next level of baseball, which is going to be really exciting. I'm actually really looking forward to the challenge, because as you're playing in AA, whether it's Roberto or Sigmund Sunwafer, I've just been annihilating the other teams, and in many cases, because I'm on hot streaks, because of the equipment that I've purchased for these players. I'm really operating at a level above these guys. And it translates into high batting averages for Sigmund Sunway, for a large amount of strikeouts like what you're seeing here with Roberto. And I want the challenge. At the same time, too, and you guys have heard me say this before, especially in the Sigmund series, is as you're going through and you're playing in the minor leagues, it is such a different style because everything is like slower. You have to watch more pitches. It's just different than when you play in the majors. And so I have struggled over a number of years to be like, okay, well, I'm going to play Sigmund now, or whatever my player that I'm doing, or Road to the Show, and then just switching to the next game, which would be like, you know, a franchise or something like that. Because again, you know, you've got the players who are at different attributes, different, you know, overall ratings and stuff, and that changes how you play the game. But it'll be nice to get up to that major league level. All right, he's trying to steal second, but high fly ball into left. It'll be caught. The dude with the 98 speed, it's going to be all for nothing. I guess if it was Sigmund, though, I wouldn't say it was all for nothing because I probably would have gotten a good jump, and that would have boosted up the steal a little bit. Nice. I got to give my defense a lot of credit. They really haven't allowed too many, or they haven't committed a large number of errors. I'm trying to think. I'm sure I can count on one hand the amount of errors that I've seen from them. There's been some terrible plays in the outfield, you know, sliding at times where it's not ideal, and then they end up missing it. That's the type of stuff, though, that I've really seen. Infield, for the most part, has been pretty good. Just a couple plays, I think, at second and short, where we've seen them try and go for a ground ball, and they bobble it, basically, or they juggle it and can't make the throw over, but that's it. And I think that's definitely understandable at this level. Gosh, they have been getting some consistent big hits there. I'm actually going to reduce in the strikeouts per 9 innings because it was a 2-2 count. The tendency that I've seen, or the trend, is as soon as you get that second strike, like if you give up a hit, then you lose your strikeouts over 9 innings. But with the amount of strikeouts that we're now starting to get with Roberto, I'm starting to really not get too concerned because those strikeout per 9 inning attribute decreases happen far less. Oh, man. Home run. That is a 2-run blast. That's the dude with the 98 speed, too. Where is that guy weak? He's got some power. He's got some speed. Is it fielding? Is that what his weakness is? Maybe we'll see Hutton here in the majors. Who knows? But dang, that is the first home run that I have given up. Dang, Roberto. Okay. 3-2. I think this might mean I'll get pulled out a little bit early. We'll have to wait and see what exactly are like the consequences for giving that up. I mean, the fact that the game is now super close, with just 1 run separating us. Maybe this will operate in the same way that we've kind of seen, you know, 1-0 game. We get like past the 6th inning. I mean, now here we are in the 6th. But we'll get to the point here where it's just like 1 walk or, you know, 1 base hit. I'm being pulled here. Hey, got the out. Little underhand toss. That was cute. Way to go, Roberto. Seriously. Break his bat, which is awesome. One of the perks you can get is pitches that are more inside have a higher chance of breaking the bat. Thing is I don't know if I really want that. Because then it's all on me to field the ball, and I'm not like thinking, okay, I've got to field the ball. I'm like concerned for where this is going to land. There we go. Another out. That's going to be 2 out here in the 6th. We've got 1 more. Haven't had a strikeout actually for quite a while. Or at least that's how it feels like. Yeah, it feels like they've just been lobbing these ones into the outfield. Some relatively deep hits that if these guys had a few more ticks on the attribute rating, would have gone over the wall. 4-2. Okay, a little bit more comfortable now with it. Still have a pretty good chance of coming away with the win. We'll see how the bullpen does when it's time for me to get pulled from the game. A lot of my pitches now are starting to drift over the heart of the plate. That usually is what happens when you're starting to be impacted by your energy. Next pitch, you guys will see. Ooh, that one was late. Hey, I'll take that, though. But no, if you take a look real quick, it's going to come and go. There we go. My energy is in the yellow at this point with only 67 pitches. I might have to start purchasing some equipment in the community store to try and get that stamina level up. And it's also going to impact the other attributes, obviously, too. As I get things like, you know, I mean, I've already got a glove and shoes for him, but I may purchase a few other things to kind of help with durability. I may change his glove and shoes, too, to give him just a little bit more of those attribute perks that come with that type of equipment, or the kind of equipment that's good for a pitcher to get. Because obviously things like, ooh, I was thinking that was going to be a base hit. But no, I was going to say things like, you know, a chest protector and stuff like that doesn't really do much, if anything at all, really, for a pitcher. So that's not the type of stuff that I'm gonna try and go with, but meh. All right, let's see if we can get the out. I mean, that was nice getting the strikeout earlier, just knowing that I've still got it. Looking at the pitches and what I've got for my confidence in each one of those pitches, I'm really starting to struggle on the four-seam fastball, and I think that's because I really don't throw it as much as I really should be. And again, that's one of the reasons why I also want to stick with just 3 pitches for now. I mean, I could go through and get a 4th and a 5th. One, I don't know necessarily what I would really need, but I think it'll probably be helpful down the road if I were to get like a changeup or something like that, for example. A changeup is pretty useful across the board, but I don't know if I would ever do like a 5th one. Ooh, nice strikeout. That one goes my way. You know, I don't get to show every single pitch that I end up throwing, but there's a lot of pitches that are like well inside the strike zone that get called a ball, and it frustrates me to tears. So it's nice to get one every once in a while. All right, so I get pulled in the 8th inning, come away with the win. I am happy with that. So thanks for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Charlie, you are the man. Thank you for subscribing to me on Patreon. I'm also going to be announcing anybody else who joins, so please consider that, you guys. Also, like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for more of this content and other MLB The Show 20 content here on this channel. Remember, in the description, you're going to find a link to Patreon as well as the Dunbar Snack Bar Discord. Drop by, say hi. If you guys watch this video all the way through, I like knowing who ended up watching it. So comment down below and write peach yogurt. I bought that just the other day, and that's delicious. Yeah, but anyway, put that in the comment section. Anyway, you guys are awesome. You really are. Thanks for watching. I will post his stats right now. That's how we did today. You guys are awesome. You really are. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good one.